Why most traders fail and how to avoid it. I'm going to be talking about some of the lessons I've learned in the past 5+ years of trading and how I have actually overcome quite a bit of my mistakes to turn more of my trades into profits. And then we're going to be talking about this market right here, meme coin, a meme core, which is M coin. It is new, okay, and I think it's a very good example of why a lot of traders fail. Let's talk about this real quick. So let me give you my overall reasons real quick, okay? First reason, the big ones are going to be chasing, pumping green candles on the day of, right? First one, because that's a high risk move where you're just chasing the pump, and especially on the day of when it's just going crazy. It's a high stress and highly emotional situation to be in because, yeah, I mean, there's potential upside, but I think the risk of that is very high. I like to actually place my bets on lower risk setups, looking for reversal setups before it actually pumps. Usually, okay, not 100%, because there are times where I do think pumps may look good, and I could afford to put one, two, or under 10% of my portfolio into a bet like that, right? But a small portion. Um, so that is number one. Number two is not taking profits and being too attached to any certain market or coin, because there's gonna come to an end. I mean, there's gonna be an end to bull cycles, bear cycles. It's very important to know that, right? And that's why I think taking profits is very important, because you don't want to take a round trip where you started, where you took the ride up and you took the ride back down. Okay, so that is another mistake that could cost you a lot of money and time. Um, so those are gonna be my top two there, and I've overcome that by taking more reversal positions, as well as knowing where to take profits. Okay. Also, having a plan in regards to whatever scenario that happens in the market, right? Nothing in this market is 100%. Just gotta be able to risk manage and think of the scenarios that could happen and what to do in certain scenarios. And of course, not to over leverage. Now, enough about that. Let's go ahead and go to MemeCore here, where this coin has pumped significantly in a very short amount of time, which in this case, it's not uncommon to see a pullback here, where this coin has gone basically from about 5.5 cents to $1 in a span of about less than 2 weeks, right? Now, a lot of this is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin, and I think Bitcoin is looking very bullish right now. Of course, these are just my opinions and speculations, none of which what I'm saying here is financial advice, and you should do your own due diligence. I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of the altcoins here. This coin potentially, I might look into it for a scalp later on, given the situation. But right now, let's take a look into the 12-hour time frame and see what we're looking at here, because I think we are working with a reversal pattern here, which is the falling wedge pattern, which is, in my opinion, the most common pattern that I think you guys should see, because it's usually indicative of a reversal, right? More likely than not. Now, the price target for this pattern here, since it looks like it's trying to break out here, price target would be about 87 cents price target, which is still a pretty big move. This is a smaller time frame, right? So this is basically what I'm looking at, and it's on a support level, which is the 12-hour 21 SMA, which is about 39 cents, okay? So that tells me, there's a good chance it's going to get a bounce, right? It's already getting a bounce. Of course, you got to plan for the downside as well, because even though this thing is more likely to break to the upside, there is still, I've seen downside scenarios where, you know, uh, price action breaks out, does not go anywhere near its price target before getting another dump, or even if it breaks back, even if it reaches that price target, it could still dump harder, right? Got to plan for those moves, right? I've seen all types of scenarios through years of trading. Okay, just giving you guys a heads up. And price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less, right? If you guys want to continue seeing more of MemeCore M Coin, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and this wraps it up for this video. I'll see you on the next one.